Hey everybody, Keith Dotson here, and today I am photographing architecture in a small southern town. I came here because I'm interested in learning more about Mesker ironworks storefronts like this small sample you're seeing right here. These are not the world's greatest examples, but I'm trying to gather some B-roll and learn more about them. But I love coming to small towns and taking pictures. Of course, every small town now has to have a Instagram wall, right? But I love this town because it's got some really well-preserved, beautiful historic architecture. And it's always great to see things like this historic theater still in use and preserved. Awesome. But also there's a lot of grungy stuff and weird things to find in small towns, which is what I really enjoy. And when I show up in a little town early on a Sunday morning with my tripod and my camera bag, I get a lot of looks, and sometimes old folks will circle around their car a few times to see what I'm up to. But people seem really friendly here. I got a few waves, a few nods, a few smiles. So let's explore and see what we can find here. There's some more of that ironwork I was talking about before, Mesker. That's a topic for another video, and that's what I'm working on, is the history of Mesker ironworks. Look at this patchwork of bricks and old limestone. At some point this was some kind of a magnificent building, and it was for the local newspaper, I can tell, because of the cornerstone that we'll look at in just a second. Hopefully I can find a historic photo of this building. This is the Gazette building, 1917 it says, and that was the newspaper. And the newspaper actually still exists. It's now called the Times Gazette. Look at these unusual bricks. Very flat. I would put these mid-century, but the building was actually built earlier than that. And I got way overly fascinated with these vines growing across this wire for some reason. Shakti Park to me is there's a Democratic Party office in this little town in Tennessee. Look at this alley, all overgrown and full of ivy and a few other things. This here was the jackpot for me. I always want to know the story behind this kind of thing. What was down here on this basement level? Was it a ice cream shop, that made them paint all these bricks these colors? Was it a clothing store? Was it maybe a nightclub, although that's doubtful? What was it? Why did they paint this way back in the day? But I love the texture now, and the rustiness and the crustiness and the spider webs that are up and down the bricks. And I spent a lot of time shooting this, and I only included one sample at the end of the video, but I intend to process several more of these black and whites from this wall and see if any of them are favorites. So thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please visit my website, keithdotson.com.